Peace, blessings, and salutations. My name's Yarima Karama, and this is the second segment of Voices from Behind the Wall. The first segment I talked about a friend of mine who actually was sentenced in federal court and the breakdown that he had upon that sentencing, hearing the amount of time that he was given, which was 30 years. So this segment, I'm going to take you inside federal prison. We had this CO, funny guy, very funny, country guy, you know, the type of guy. He always had the chewing tobacco, big wad of chewing tobacco in his cheeks, always spitting, you know, that sort of thing. And every day, you know, his job is to stop and shake down people convicted, or inmates, whatever you want to call it, people convicted of crime, people serving their time. Shake down, you know, make sure that there's no contraband. And a shakedown consists of a pat search. They usually have gloves on, and it consists of a pat search from head to toe. And they'll just body check you and check your pockets. If you have anything in your pockets, they'll tell you to pull them out, that sort of thing. And this can happen at any time. You can be pat searched. A correctional officer can pat search you at any time. If they suspect you of something, or if they don't suspect you of anything, they can do that. So Mr. Jacobs, he was good. He would stop you and shake you down, and you know, his pats were kind of rough too. He wasn't, it was nothing soft about it. But what we noticed is that a friend of mine, and a friend of mine named Sam, he actually pointed it out to me. We noticed that he tended to pat down the white inmates a little bit more than others, and even got a little rough with them at times, and which we didn't mind, because there were plenty of white guards that got rough on a daily basis with black and Latino inmates. So to see a white guard who kind of got a little bit heavy-handed with his pat searches of white inmates, and he was the type of guy you could approach him too, you know. And so Sam, one day, we observed this for a minute. Sam pointed it out to me, and just in passing, because you take notice of these things because there's nothing else to do. Except we watch each other. You're in these small, confined environments. You have 1,000, 1,500, sometimes 2,000. I've been in compounds where there's 2,500 people in this small area, this small plot of land. And so you have to all live, have to all coexist together. So you get to see people's habits because you're watching. So Sam was like, we talked about it, and so Sam approached Officer Jacobs one day, and he was like, you know, Mr. Jacobs, why are you always going hard on the white inmates so much? And Officer Jacobs, he said, he spit his chew out, said, well, I'm going to tell you, Sam, you know, I understand you guys, you blacks, Spanish guys, I understand. You guys had it rough. But these white guys, come on. They had every opportunity out here. Let's face it. We took this land, Sam. We took this land from the natives. So if a white guy is up here in prison, you know, I don't really have any respect for that. I can understand that you guys, you know, you had it rough, man. You know, you weren't given anything, you know, so you might have to make a move. You might get caught. You're in prison. I can understand that. White guys, they really got no business to be up in here. And, you know, when I heard that, we went back and we talked about it, because we would have group meetings every night. And, you know, more of the conscious brothers within the institution, we would get together and have these group meetings and discuss current events, discuss prison politics, things that were going on in the prison that needed to be addressed, discuss what was going on in the world for the brothers that like myself, who stayed up on news and current events. And we talked about this, and in one sense, it was like, you know, Officer Jacobs has a point, but in another sense, it's kind of like, it was also like, so what, are you saying it's expected that we should be in prison? It's almost as if this is normal operating procedure. We're not surprised to see Black and Latino men up in here. I mean, you guys had it rough. But white guys, and you know what? To a certain extent, when you look at the dynamics of the country, when you look at the racism that pervades this, and those prisons, man, they're you know, no matter what they say the numbers are, I was actually there. And it's not, I mean, we are the largest populace in those places. So it was just kind of a wake-up call for him to say that. And I was astounded that he even was even on that level, that he might have even studied that. To even know that was kind of mind-boggling to me to a certain extent, but there was so much truth in it as well. Voices from Behind the Wall. My name's Yarima Karama. You can see me on YouTube. Everything is up under my name, Yarima. Last name is Karama. Like I said, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me or friend me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Reverb Nation. I have an album out. I'm working on 2 albums, slated one to come out later this year, and the next one is to come out early next year, 2016. My current album out is called My Testament, Volume 1. I do hip-hop. I do live spoken word performances. I travel. So hit me up, man. Let's network. That's what it's about for me. It's about networking, reaching out. You never know. I might be in your city. You might be in mine. You know, let's meet. Let's talk. See what we can do to build. I'm also an entrepreneur. I have a company called Why Our Urban Youth LLC, which is mentoring service for at-risk youth, middle schoolers, young adults. So look me up, Yarima Karama, man. Peace and blessings. Till next time.